Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft Engineering Craft Arcane Magic Engineering, where today we're dropping down, ow, and going over here to nice. What do you want to call this thing? Whatever this thing's called, thing here, to start making ourselves a little bit of this stuff. So we got ourselves some logic cables. We want to get ourselves a static light panel. Annoyingly enough, it's the dumbest thing ever, how much this actually costs. And we gotta make a display panel and a storage system. Storage terminal. So, visually interact with the ingredients stored on a network. Thank you for that. So, I don't know how I want to set this up, because as you can see, you only get one per thing, and I really don't like making this stuff, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to try hook it up to a drawer system, which is way easier to make. Yeah, I'd rather do that. Instead, I don't even know if I'm going to use this on it. I mean, I kind of like having the chests, I feel like. It's just a lot better just to deal with. So, I don't know what I want to do there. I'm probably going to do it just to do it, but, I mean, other than that, I don't know. So, today, I want to start doing some stuff here. So, to do quests, again, we want to do this stuff, you know, normal. Finish off this. I did get a bucket of resin. I put it up on the hill over there. I don't know if it's hard to see. Actually, can't even see it from here. Eh. Go, 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 go! But I put a eh, eh on a random lone tree over here. We got it over here. Also, added a cobblestone, where we did use a mechanical squeezer for this, but I'm definitely gonna keep the other one over there. That one's way funner. But definitely made a mechanical squeezer to make obsidian. So how this works is to make obsidian, you can do it multiple ways with lava, of course, smelting it down, which is what we're doing. Smelting it down, stuff like that, you know, getting it from the nether, hitting it with, you know, lava with stuff. Yeah, we could do it that way. Where's actually, where's the way that does it? It's like dumping out like this, or hitting it with, you know, water on top of it. Normal stuff like obsidian stuff. Or what we could do is, you know, smell like we're doing now, we can get powdered obsidian. So to make powdered obsidian, you can either one mill it, which is you get a guaranteed one, but only a 50% chance of getting a second one. You can crush it. I almost said grind again. You need a powdered obsidian and a chance at obsidian, a 75%. So again, still a chance. You can get a regular squeezer, which only gives you 100% guaranteed on one, or you can use a mechanical squeezer, and it is a guaranteed two. So how I have this thing set up with an alternator, easily to make pretty much. I was surprised how easy it was to make compared to most things in here. I'm looking at you! We'll get to that later. Looking at that thing. So this thing is not that bad. So it's literally just a smithing table with an andesite machine and a capacitor, which is zinc, copper, and a redstone torch. Pretty much easy. And you put this up against this with a, you know, very terrible looking but hilarious create thing hooked up into it. You know, current speed is 4,000 SU. Surprised it's actually able to do that on the system, but whatever. Probably take whatever's left over, I assume. And it's basically using that power to mechanical squeeze the obsidian into tube obsidian. The tube obsidian go along this belt. And okay, so originally I had this down one. It was all moved up, and it was I had to redo this thing a couple times. So you can only do the mechanical squeezer from the bottom. I did not know that. Oh, the output, because every time I would take the funnel and go from the outside here, it would pull out the obsidian, which is really annoying me. So I had to put it off the bottom, and basically goes along this belt because of the chute, falls down into this hole here. Well, smelting hole because it gets blown by the fan and lava into this drawer here. It's locked to obsidian only. Both the obsidian pieces come out and then go into this brass tunnel, which the brass tunnel is set up to, where's it at? Round robin. So round robin. So basically, can I not make that? Okay. So basically, it goes through this one, then it'll rotate back and forth. It'll constantly rotate back and forth, constantly, basically, and then it goes back into the. If it goes into this line, it goes back into the mechanical squeezer, and then if it goes into this one, it goes into its own separate entity, which is not connected to anything as of right now. It's just here to be here, and that's just it. So that's the new thing. I didn't get too far. I got lazy. Look at me. I got lazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it took a long time to do this just because I was trying to figure it out for one, and two, I was trying to say, what's the best way to get power? Then I remembered, oh, the alternator from Create. How bad is that to actually create? I'll go to bed now. I'll go. Okay, So that gets us into what we're gonna be doing this episode. So I wanted to do either this line of stuff, which doesn't look terribly difficult to do. It just involves getting some like obsidian, gunpowder, and stuff like that, making TNT. Interestingly enough, going into like radiant stuff, radiant we're gonna be doing because we have to, and stuff like that. Or I was gonna do the chronological chaos. Interesting. To basically make a ton of bottle. This one sounded pretty interesting to do, but I think what I want to do here for now, yeah, I want to do this. Don't get me wrong. To help out a little bit, to make it a little bit easier to do stuff, so I'm not sitting here going crazy on thing, is to make on self. Let's just scroll in here. This thing right here, this line, not specifically this line in general, which this will help. Don't get me wrong, we'll need it eventually, but this machine specifically. Is it this one? I think it's this one, which is sturdy machine, basic, cakewalk. But basically what this does is it allows us to get a drill and a drilling machine, which is interesting. 'Cause I've never seen it in this game before, which I assume it's new, or I'm just really stupid, or the latter. Close enough. So this thing I've never used it before, and I saw it. I'm like, I need to use it. I need to use it now. So basically you're showing as you have to use a ore finder thing, a vein finder thing. You place the drill on that vein mine, and then you put in the drill, and then you give it rotational force. It's of course create, and it'll start extracting the stuff, of course, with that, and then it'll start saying about if it has lava in the vein, you'll do that too, and then that's that. So basically, in the reasoning behind saying, I did not add it to the thing of doing, did I not? Again, it's not that bad. But, so the thing with this is we have to do the whole, pressure thing from, my favorite mod, Pneumaticcraft. So, this is not that hard. This isn't that bad. It's just a bunch of brass and copper stuff and electron tubes, precision machine, easy stuff. Basically stuff we probably already have, most likely, because it's the buildings. But the thing with this is, it's not this that's the terrible part. It's the drill. The drill bit, you need, the drill, of course, you need the drill, but you need the drill bit that you make the drill, and the drill bit is made by, you can use an iron one, but I preferably would rather use diamond, because it makes more sense to use a diamond, because why wouldn't I? To make the diamond, you need lubricant. Again, it's the same way with the iron one. Actually, if I type in the iron drill bit, there's also a netherite drill bit that does the same thing, but this one actually is even worse. And you need netherite, which funny enough, I've never went and got yet. Can you even get that the regular way? I assume you can. Yeah, okay, I thought so. Never even went to look. But you can do it the same exact way. I don't think it's as much. It's not as much. Yeah, this one's 8,000, and this one is it's a lot easier to get. Well, we might have to do this one depending on how much air pressure we can build up at the moment. But unfortunately, I don't know about that yet because we didn't get that anywhere near Pneumaticcraft yet, so I don't even know how bad it's going to be. But I would like to work towards it this episode. And to get either one of these, we need lubricant and, of course, air. We need lubricant. Lubricant is made by more air and biodiesel or diesel, and I think you can mix it either way. It's refined oil from okay. So you have to do refined oil, and it does that. Doesn't seem as bad. It seems annoying. Or you can make biodiesel. Biodiesel is probably the way we'll go because it involves using seed oil and bioethanol or ethanol and vegetable oil or seed oil, which either way, these two you have to do either way. Because like this one makes biomass, or you have to use yeast culture, which is using mushrooms and water. And I don't actually know of a good way to do. Yeah, I don't know of a good way to do stuff like that. Or we can do seed oil, and depending on what we have, carrots. Ooh, potatoes. Yeah, we can do that. Actually, this might be easier. But back up. Now, or ethanol, which is just the same concept. It's yeast and sugar. So either way, we kind of either make the yeast or we gotta make the biomass. So most likely we're gonna be going let me actually put that in here. Most likely we're gonna be going the biomass and then using probably potatoes or beetroots. Actually, what else can we use? Plant food. Okay, that makes sense then. So any plant food with that, and a seed oil, of course, is that comes from. Did I click on the vegetable oil? Is that vegetable oil? No, it's seed oil too. Okay, but yeah, that comes from that part. That's easy. So basically, what we gotta do is get get some carrots, potatoes, or any crop, put it up there. I do believe we have beetroot. Beetroot. We can do that. And then make biomass, and the biomass combines with the sugar, which comes from the sugarcane farm we can use. Makes bioethanol. Bioethanol mixed with vegetable oil or seed oil, which are going to be seed oil. Makes biodiesel. The biodiesel goes into a thermonuclear press with redstone, and it makes lubricant, and we only really need 8,000 at the moment to make something that we want with a lot of air. So we need 500 pressure. Okay, well, or heat, not pressure. Heat. Okay, I might be only doing this one for now. Max blocks per day. I want 9 per. No. Okay, well, okay, we might be doing iron only for now until we. I hate doing Pneumaticcraft sometimes. Well, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's annoying. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be doing with a lot of Pneumaticcraft. So hopefully Pneumaticcraft is not as bad as I hoped it would not be. If I could spell Pneumaticcraft. So Pneumaticcraft, I wish I could spay it too. Not what I wanted to click on. So Pneumaticcraft, of course, deals with air pressure, which comes from the air compressor, which is actually not that bad in comparison. Or advanced, air compressor, which we do not have the availability of making. Or again, liquid air compressor, which I don't think I've ever used. What do you put with the various? Oh, you would probably use gasoline. That makes sense. Solar, can't use it. Probably a bunch of them, but we're gonna have to use the air compressor. So the air compressor is just a sturdy machine. I mean, that's not that hard to make. We literally have availability, except for that. Okay, now we actually do. That's a good point. We do have the availability of making this now. I didn't think of that. We do have this now. That's a good point. So now we can actually use this to actually make sturdy machines just by itself. Good. So we can do that. And then basically we'll have to do the regular stuff like pressure chamber walls for like if we want to start doing the pressure related stuff, which is again, sturdy machines in stone, which we do have a decent amount of sturdy machines. Sturdy sheets. Why do I use the machines? I don't know. Pressure. Okay, so basically it's just a bunch of sturdy sheets. So I have to probably get a automatic sturdy sheet making thing going, which I have an idea for that one. It shouldn't be that bad. And then other than that, it's just basically right for now. So for now, basically, it's just make the air compressor and make the pressure tubes. Because that's all we need right now. We don't need to go fully into Pneumaticcraft, just enough to get the thermo plant working. That's all we really need. We don't need to go crazy. We just need enough to get the drill up and running. Because I really want to use this drill because it looks really cool. So I guess put this all together and we'll see what happens. I don't know. So once we get this all put together, I guess we'll see if I can actually get this to work, and then we can maybe make a drill. I have no idea what we're doing. Alrighty. Well, it's been a little bit. Don't mind the smoke. We'll get to that later. So we want to go on and show off what we did that I've made to improve things, probably. Well, in some ways. It just makes it really cool. Don't mind that. So to start off, our beetroot farm is terribler than I thought it would be. It is not as good. It's supposed to be, right? I locked it. But not getting that many beets around here. Not gonna lie, it's kind of bad. Surprisingly, because usually I always have trouble with them. Or is it that, or is it maybe something else? I don't know. I know it's wheat to get a lot of, but maybe beetroots are just not as good. So basically, what this is doing is kind of like the other stuff with the wheat. It is basically taking let's start with this part first. So basically, it's taking the the beetroot seeds, taking them out, smashing them, putting them in the seed oil getting taken out and put into a couple different things here. So it's getting put into the basin here with beetroot, of course, makes it annoyingly, because of course you're not getting one. It's kind of a pain, but basically goes with beetroot. And a beetroot mixes, I think it's 2, 3, something like that. I can actually make sure for 100%. Let's see here. Biomass, it was exactly 2. Okay, so it's 2 beetroot with seed oil heated. So we basically had the seed oil getting pumped out of there, getting pumped out of there into both the basin, the blaze burner underneath, finding that out was the best thing ever. And then putting over into, into a fluid mixer, what we have set up here. Gotta get more coal, of course you do. So it goes into here, it mixes with the bioethanol and the seed oil, and it goes into this tank. Well, it gets pulled out of there, it gets pulled into this tank. Okay? Well, of course, this one is the beetroot, and it makes a giant mess. Giant mess. Of going around just to get to this. So once the biomass is mixed, it gets put into this basin, and then this basin is linked with the sugar cane all over the place here. It mixes with the sugar cane. The sugar cane then comes out of there into the mechanical squeezer, which is a 4%, I think it is. 4%. I said 4%. 4, and then 2 extra chance. So it comes from there, out of there, into here. Biomass and sugar mixed together, making ourselves the Is it bioethanol? Bioethanol. Bioethanol? No, yeah, bioethanol. Mix bioethanol. Bioethanol mixed with seed oil, mix biodiesel. So basically, the seed oil that we're getting from there and the bioethanol we make from there mix in here and turn into biodiesel. Biodiesel. Again, when we have enough, air pressure, but I did not want to sit here and keep doing this. We did it just enough to do some things here. And so basically the bioethanol, the biodiesel mixed with redstone in a thermophalmic processing plant, mixes together, blends up a little bit, goes into this line of pump. I was actually kind of assuming that it would be a lot better than it is. It's not bad if it wouldn't be for the beetroots. And then it goes from there into this, which is lubricant. Lubricant mixed with, depending what you want. So if you want iron, you gotta just use iron drill bit. If you want diamond drill bit, you gotta get a block lubricant. A block of diamond, 8,000 lubricant specifically, and a whole lot of pressure and heat that we don't have. And then it goes into this chest afterwards. I just did a couple here to make it go. And with the vortex tubes up against them to heat them up. And over here we have a wall of air compressors because reasons of I couldn't get it powered enough. And then also I have underneath here going across when the seed oil and the bioethanol mixed together, it has a byproduct of making whatever this is, a drop of glycerol, and apparently it's fuel. So I'm not too sure if you can put this in. I didn't even try this. Well, that answered my question on what I can do with that. Well, I kind of think I know what I want to do with this now. 4 items. So what? It's half of coal. So I don't know how well that would work. We'll find out. So that's basically the drill bits. So we basically put that in there and we make an iron drill. And that's how we do that. And now we basically have a giant mess just to make iron drill bits, diamond drill bits, and so on. Because I don't think you can actually make unassembled ones. Yeah, so this one you can't actually make without. You gotta have the assembly platform, IO unit, import, export, and assembly with program drill. So that one, unfortunately, is a no. Diamond drill is a possible. It's just, it's dark outside. No! I just happened to realize it's gonna bother me. I'm about to fix that later. So if we come over here, it's the same stuff here. Nothing really changed there. Now if we come here, this is our... You know what? Let's go to sleep real quick first. I'm not doing the night jump just in case. This is, when it's full, I should probably take this... Actually, I probably should take this down a notch a little bit now because there's no reason to have it this big anymore. So this is the makeshift... what do you call it? What was it? Latex. Latex. Thank you for popping up right away. Latex making into rubber type machine. So what it does is it takes the get off that. It takes the latex from the arboreal extractors, puts it in the tank, normal stuff that was before. So then the new stuff it takes it from the tank, puts it into the spout. The spout hits a bucket, splashes the bucket with latex, makes it a latex bucket, puts the latex bucket into the mechanical crafter. The mechanical crafter crafts the bucket, the latex bucket, crafts it into the rubber or latex, whatever it's called, latex, rubber. Yes, rubber. So this one, sorry. Crafts it into the rubber and a bucket, and then the bucket and the rubber goes into this chest. The rubber and the bucket come out of there, and the rubber goes past where the bucket gets taken by this, and it gets taken up and over and back down and around and back into the spout. So it's infinite on that one, and then basically the rubber comes across here and up and over, and then goes into this. It goes into the chute. The chute goes in there, and it smelts it up. So that is that one. And that is the nice part about this. So this part is completely done. So we don't have to worry about the latex part now. So the next part we have now is after this, we did set up the drill in a place. So that is where the second train is coming into play. Ugh, I haven't fully finished it yet. It's just kind of there to be there. So I marked out the areas where the portable storage interfaces can go, and I marked out where the train can go. So it's a big, long line. So what it does, if it would ever show up here, hello, train! I'm actually surprised it works. I'm very surprised that it actually works. I didn't think trains worked in non-chunklet areas, unless that counts as chunklet over there. I don't know. But that is amazing. Look at that chain. Ooh. I said chain. It technically is a chain, but I didn't know how chains worked. I didn't know if I had to actually make a chain or not make a chain, so I put the train together, and it actually made a chain for it. So it has the same thing as the other one. After 8 seconds of inactivity, it goes away. So this chain doesn't actually exist. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, no, let me in! Ah. So we have, I was gonna actually make a door in the back. I forgot about that. So the train is, of course, powered by the fox, always. So this, oh geez, we're gonna have to come out of this. Okay. So the train basically, follows kind of the same route other way, but now the train, I should probably make this go the other way. That's fine. So this train goes the entire way around. Yes, the entire way around. So it goes out, around, and it goes that way. Yep. I completely forgot I put that down there. I was gonna make that as an offshoot, just in case we even need it. Look how tight that squeeze is. This train's perfect. And it comes here. So this is the new track. So this track comes over here, and it goes over here to our drill. So we have set up this annoying thing over here. Woo! Where it is powered by a bajillion water wheels. I didn't expect it to be this bad. So now, once it's off here, this thing is now over here. So now we have a train system coming to the drill. Well, and I also marked off over here too because I didn't get it finished yet because I was trying to figure this thing out and I didn't have the drill, so there was no point. So this should be iron, I want to say. I made a couple different things randomly, and it says ferrum, and I believe ferrum is iron. Don't look at me. I don't know. I think it's ferrum is iron, so I think this is an iron vein. There's a couple other ones around here. There's silver somewhere that way. There is gold that way. Oh, so a dungeon. There is, I wasn't looking around for oil at all, and the amount of times that it's not even paying attention, there's so much oil around the house alone. It's insane. And yeah, it's just oil everywhere. Oh, look, another fox. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you for later. You're gonna be we need an oil train for a reason. And yeah, that's about it though. So we just gotta wait to get this started. So I gotta finish this thing. It's ready to go. The only thing I gotta do, I probably gotta make a second thing for the pipe. Not the pipes, for the belts, because this thing is already at max. I've already put enough down there and it's already at max. So, oof. But we do have this now. So I put this in here. Iron drill. Now we've got it for it to go. And we're ready to go. Oh, so I found some Veridium? Veridium. Yes. Look at this Veridium. Whoa. It says something in here about Veridium. Where's it at? Ore stones are new renewable. Molten geodes. It says get Veridium. So, I don't know what that means. We'll just pick it up. I don't know. It's part of something. So, now I gotta put this all together and I'll be right back. We have our first casualty already. It's been a couple runs, but it's the first casualty. It's been derailed, and I don't know how to fix it. Well, I do. But we lost a friend in that one. We gotta restart the trains and find new foxes. Unfortunately, so I gotta figure out a better way to put this together where they're not ramming each other. Come on, you're better than this. Okay, and after fixing the train mishap, okay, so over here now, so we have the line still going here. This should probably work, I hope. Okay, the drill's set up. The mess, as I like to call this thing, is set up. Goes up and around, and into here. It shouldn't mess with the train too much, I hope. And if we turn this on, it should go. It's gonna be absolutely slow, isn't it? I should have guessed this one. Okay. Well, I see why it says about, putting chunk loaders on, or using the FTB chunk loaders, I should say. It's gonna take even longer if you don't have a drill set up on it now, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Wait, I just realized drill not compatible. Oh, no! Don't you tell me I made all these drills and I can't even use it anyways. Drill not compatible. Or is it talking about the water one? I'm not too sure, actually. I'll let this go for a little bit, see what happens. If I got this all set up and I didn't even see the part that says drill not compatible, I'm gonna lose my mind because I just got this all set up. Ah! I don't wanna do it anymore. I don't wanna. No. Okay, so for next up, what we want to start doing is I would like to either start doing this line to get the radiant mechanism, which allows us to start going into, you know, better machines here, like I'm gonna call it the thermal expansion stuff, which should make things a little bit easier around here, and also some of the assembly controller stuff, so you can actually start making like better drill bits. Netherite. Or I want to do the Chronicle Chaos, which I would also like to do, but it says about getting a Wrath. So the thing about this is, is there a way to pick things up in this mod? Like picking them up, you know, like creepers and stuff like that? Because also, having the same problem with this one is to do powdered flint and making gunpowder, which I'd rather just use Ars Nouveau if I could. But I don't know how to pick things up and move them around easily. I mean, I could use the train, but easily, because I really don't want to keep using fuel power, just grinding down flint, using refined fuel and making gunpowder. It does not seem efficient to me when I can just use a Drigme. That's just me. I don't know if you can or not. I don't know how to pick them up. I don't really want to deal with trying to maneuver them around and destroying things, but that's that. So, but I still want to do this one because I want radiant machines, because it would be nice to have, again, it would be really nice to have thermal expansion stuff. Especially, like, some of them, like the pulverizer and stuff like that, it would make things so much easier. Because I think, can you use that instead of certain things or no? I'm not sure. I forget. There's like something I wanted it for, and I forget why. But I wanted to do this quest line at least. This one, no matter what. This one is a second thought until I figure out a better way to get that Wrath. So basically, this one's pretty much easy. You just got to get a bolt. That's dumb. So you got to get a molten bucket and a... What? What? Oh, okay. I thought you had to get 650. How do you get a bucket full of nothing but 650? That made no sense. I was so confused. So basically, what you're going to do is get this, to get this, to get Invar. I believe Invar, the only reason you need Invar is to make the sequential, not the sequential, the machine frames. I believe that's the only reason you need that for right now, but we don't need that until we get to the end here. So, at least I hope so. Basically, we want to get the crude oil, which we do have the crude oil, so we got to set up pumps for that. Questionably thinking how to do that. Oh, we just use the hose pulley. So basically, get the crude oil mixed in the. We'll have to use a lot of these though. So pneumatic processing plant. We'll have to do that. So I have to get more of these and/or repurpose the ones we have down there because we don't really need them right now. And you know, repurpose them, do that, whatever, doesn't matter. And basically stick in the crude oil here. Refinery controller. Oh no! Wait, no, we gotta do this. Oh, this is even worse. Oh, I hate this one even more. Basically, you had to use their refinery controller, refinery output. Oh, no. Not bad. Not bad at all. Put that and that there, so I don't forget. Basically, you gotta put the crude oil in the bottom of this with a tower of stacking of these stupid things, the refinery output, the controller at the bottom, and once you three... I don't know if you have to do 4. I hope not. Basically, do 3 refinery outputs, I hope. And basically, whenever you do crude oil, it basically makes heavy oil, light oil, and refined oil. Heavy oil. What's refined oil do again? Is there a thing for this? Diesel. You can make diesel with that. We might need that for later, so I might say that. So basically, you need heavy oil, because heavy oil put back through another. Yeah, this is okay. This is where we're at, not another one, because this is something different. Pneumatic. I'm just gonna go with this and just say it's a processing plant. Basically, the processing. Basically, when you use the heavy oil, it makes the tar. The tar is made for making superheated. Yep, we'll just call that a spider. Superheated spider stuff, and that's how you make that. And then you also use to make, you know, the light oil makes a sulfur, which is how you make the sulfur water, which is sulfuric acid water, and that's how you get that. And then we'll have to do that to make this, to make that, to make this. So the only thing that's confusing me on this entire line is this. Well, not this. Don't get me wrong. There's no way of telling what you do after this. Like, if I push U to look, it doesn't have a way to tell me what to do. And you can't look at this either. It doesn't say how to make that either. Or this. This one, I kind of assume you just use a radiant explosive, because it makes everything holy. I don't know. Radiant. I'm assuming you just throw this in the ground next to the chromatic compound, and it makes it you know, holy. But the shadow steel, that part I don't know how to make. I mean, I don't know how to make this either, but it's being weird about it. This part easy. And then we can make on-self radiant induction coils mixed with the shadow steel, or separate, which I probably would rather do this way. And it makes a radiant mechanism, which we would want to do. So we got to get to work on doing all of this. Roll glowstone over a drain, chromatic acid, chromatic waste. Interesting. Okay, so yes, we got to start working on this or this whenever I figure out a way to get a wrath somewhere around us. I don't know. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. Next time, I'm going to get the refined oil, something like that, ready to go for us so we can actually start doing the radiant mechanisms, which will be pretty fun because that gets us into thermal expansion. So I hope to see you back next time where we're going to be doing that. Bye!